Okay, you guys, it has been exactly an hour and we have all of our macaroons piped out, ready to go into the oven. So this is kind of cool when you guys see them really up close here, and they're kind of shiny already, but they've got this kind of a little tiny bit of like, when you touch them, if we press them in, they would crunch like ice, like when you step on ice on the, like on the playground, that kind of like crunch on the sidewalk. And so I'm gonna take, and we're just gonna kind of, I'm gonna show you here. We're gonna kind of ruin one, but I'm gonna show you so you can see it kind of crunches and smashes like ice on the sidewalk. So that's kind of that texture. That's how dry we want them to be. The other thing I wanted to show you before we put them in the oven is how cool you can take your extra batter and you can make all sorts of fun, like crazy designs with them. So I did some polka dots, some kind of like weird, like marbly ones. And so that was kind of cool too. All right, so we're gonna take and we're gonna add these into the oven now. Now, what I'd like to do is really be careful so that we're baking them evenly. We're gonna take and we're gonna set this one pan in the middle of the oven. Quick, close the door before it gets too cold. And when we're doing this, I'm gonna do it one pan at a time, because when you put two cold pans into a hot oven, they don't really bake that evenly. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and we're gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. It says 12 to 17, but I always like to peek at it a little bit early to make sure that they're lifting and they're getting that foot that we talked about. And that's just kind of like this little like poof when they pop up in the oven. So we're gonna check on them in 10 minutes and see kind of how they're doing. You guys, it's been 10 minutes and we're just gonna take a little peek here. I'm gonna pop the oven light on so you guys can see our macaroons are growing. We're gonna sneak a peek here. So you can see that we're getting a nice little foot on our macaroons. And the foot is that little foamy part on the bottom. It looks like it's got little, like it's blowing bubbles at the bottom of the macaroons. And what we're looking for is that it has a nice foot that's risen, but also we're looking for that they don't stick to the bottom of the parchment paper when we lift them up. And I tested mine and it is still a little sticky. So I'm gonna let them go that full 12 minutes and then I'm gonna check them again. So in 2 more minutes and I'll probably pull them out of the oven because they're so cute. Okay, you guys, we took them out of the oven. They cooled on a baking rack and I filled it with our strawberry buttercream frosting, and that's it. They're so cute and delicious. So whether you want to make small mini ones like me, which are a little bit bigger than a quarter, or if you want to try your hand at piping some bigger ones, you certainly can. But as they say in France, bon appetit. And thank you so much, merci, for joining us to make French macaroons this week.